friends. Welcome to episode 3 of our Range of Possibility series, where we will be exploring the range of possibilities within the Molinete. And this is perfect for if you feel like you dance your Molinete the same way every single time. This is exactly the video that you need. Tina and Arjun here with the game of Argentine Tango, and we are excited about exploring the range of Molinete.
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 What the heck? Espanol for windmill or little mill.
Oh, okay.
And it's curious, where does that come about? And it's in lots of different dance forms. Usually in ballroom dances, they call it the grapevine. I heard a story, it may be apocryphal, but it makes a lot of sense. That in the early days, 1800s, they wrapped the masts with rope to protect it from the elements, the sea elements. And they would walk around guiding the rope, making sure that it was wrapping evenly. And so they would be using that pattern. They'd take an open step, a back step, open step, forward step, and repeat.
So when your focus is staying centralized on something in the middle, this does actually become the body's natural response. And as we know, we always want our center light to be directed towards our partner. So this is what encourages this grapevine or Molinete footwork. Now, if you have been following along with our Range of Possibility series, you know that we like to begin exploring things with 3 different ranges: our size range, our speed, and geometry. So let's dive right into it and get started with our size of Molinete.
How would you like to start? Big or small?
I like to start on the small end because I feel like it's rooted more in Argentine Tango's origins.
Excellent point.
Yeah.
So that might involve a close embrace.
So if you notice, as we are doing this, because we are maintaining our close embrace the entire time, this does require a lot more rotation through the hips as the follower. Because one thing we want to make sure that we are not doing in this close embrace is going away. Do you see how I pulled poor Arjun off of his center? So because the circle that we're following is so tight and close to our partner, we need to make sure that as we're going into this back step that we are getting extra rotation to be able to stay in that circle. My steps are nice and small, and I am encouraged to stay nice and tight through the close embrace. We are not opening up the frame at all.
Small. So I guess the next one will be medium if we're going in order.
What most people would dance is their basic Molinete. So if you notice, to create more of that medium size, we have opened up the frame a little bit and giving ourselves a chance to embellish for Arjun. And again, nice and comfortable as far as having enough space to make those rotations.
Right. And allowing the arms to slide in and out as the rotation brings us closer or further apart. Also helps us keep that nice balance and comfort with each other.
And then all the way to the large side of our range. Say we are dancing to something very lyrical or melodic, something a bit slower.
Or nuevo.
So we have.
Let's see. Let's start off back.
I like that. So by opening up the size of the frame, that's really encouraging us to take much larger steps around. Like always, we want to maintain a constant energy as we're going around. Even though we've gotten bigger, we don't want to necessarily go slower per se, or we don't want to make one part of it bigger and then the small. We want to keep everything kind of even to keep that momentum going.
And you might have noticed that rather than stay on a spot pivoting on one foot, I could actually move around there. When we open things up, there are more linkages involved and potential for getting out of alignment. And we can use steps to recenter ourselves and keep us both in balance.
Nice, nice. So moving on to our range of speed. So if you are fans of ours, you know that we have our half time, which is danced on 1, 5, 1, 5. We have our straight time, which is 1, 3, 5, and 7. And then we have our double time, which is dancing on every single beat. Woo! Very exciting. So one of the challenges that we have for you is to explore the halftime range within our Molinete. So that would look like this. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it might feel initially very kind of slow and laborious, and we're just kind of dancing through molasses. But one of the benefits of really working on this is control. Right? Learning how to arrive on your movements with control, learning how to continue to use that internal energy to still create movement, still create dance, even though you may not be actively taking a lot of steps.
Right. In fact, when we're working on technique, we might even work without music, challenging ourselves to go very slowly rather than responding to whatever we're feeling in the music. We're just concentrating on our technique, making that perfect circle and making all of those pivots on the circle.
Yes, that's an excellent point, Arjun. So a lot of times for followers, it's the back cross step that gives us a little bit of trouble with the Molinete. And this slower dancing on the halftime really gives us a chance to, let's say if we were going straight into our back, to arrive and feel that full pivot occur before moving off on that step. If I fast forward right here, again, if I'm working in that slower time, it gives me the chance to collect, gives me a chance to really make sure that I have rotated those hips as far as possible, so that way that back cross step keeps me in that circle with my partner. Straight time, this again is probably how we dance our Molinete 99% of the time. So it's dancing on our 1, 3, 5, and 7. 1, 3, 5, 7, nice and even. This is great for marching type music, anything that is nice and steady and even. Then we're bumping it up, double time. So this is a fairly common timing for our Molinete, but it's a fun one to work on for sure.
Right, when there's really energetic music.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Off we go. Ta-da! And if you noticed, inherently, Arjun and I changed the size based on what speed we were doing. Did you notice that? So something to keep in mind, that size and speed a lot of times are tied together. Not always, but a lot of times they are tied together. But like always, we encourage you to crisscross those ranges and work on long and fast and maybe slow and small.
In addition to those straight times, that is the fixed timing, half, simple, and double time, there is also a quick, slow aspect of it.
Yes.
Because of the geometry.
So this feels the best on our back open forward to create that quick, quick, slow. So if I'm going through my molinete here, I can increase the energy for a quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, and so on and so forth. Ta-da! So if you find yourself always dancing your molinete in a certain timing, even if it's that fun, quick, quick, slow timing, if you dance it the same way all the time, then that becomes less and less interesting. So we encourage you to play with the speed of your molinete. You have quite a few options there.
We like variety because the music has so much wonderful variety.
Exactly. And something to note is that normally the leader is the one that establishes speed and direction, right? Within the Molinete, followers, we have opportunities to incorporate some of these other things ourselves because we're a little less connected. Once the Molinete has been established, we all know what the Molinete is. And a lot of times we just kind of fall into that habit. And if you're not getting a lot of direction from the leader, this is where the follower can really start to work on their own musicality and their own embellishments from what they're hearing in the music.
Oh,